Hey everyone, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my first ever mukbang. Yes, it's been almost 10 years of me on YouTube and I'm finally doing a mukbang. This is so exciting. We got Tommy here, by the way, just chilling in the corner. So today, as you guys can tell from the title, I'm doing a little roommate mukbang with my roommate Mara, who you've seen in a few videos. Yes. She's popped out. She popped out in my movie vlog. It was cute. But we thought that we would sit down and just do a little Q&A, a little mukbang. We got some tacos, some velvet taco for you guys.
Our favorite.
And we are just gonna, munch and answer some questions. I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram. We got some. And I also just wrote down like a ton of questions that I thought would be fun to talk about, just as you can get to know her and get to know us as roomies, because I didn't live with someone for a while and now we're living together.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Oh, should we say our orders of what we got?
Yes. Okay. So you go first.
I got the beer battered cauliflower. May I recommend if you're getting the veg? Very, very good. And then we also got 2 of the paneer because we both like those. So we got 1 for each of us.
And I also tried the beer battered cauliflower, and then I got chicken tikka. So I usually get the chicken tikka and the paneer whenever I go.
You get the Indian ones.
Yeah. They're both really good.
I think there's velvet taco in, I know New York City, and there might be some in other cities. So highly would recommend.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see, get into the questions. The first question is just overall, how has it been living together so far? We've only been living together, by the way, since August, and she moved in like August, middle of August. I moved in the beginning of August.
It's been smooth sailing. Like, I honestly thought it would be, I don't know, not that I thought it would be like a horror story, but I feel like I hear roommate horror stories, and I was like, oh my gosh. But it's been great. I think it's been super fun.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I have a roommate. Like, it makes me feel less lonely.
Especially because our place is so big.
Yeah.
Like, it's 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and coming from the studio, like, I like having the space, but it's also like we're not on top of each other, so it's nice to have another person around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll try this.
Yes, let's take a bite. Let's get into it. We're hungry, guys. Never disappoints. Last time I got this, guys, was after Riot Fest because they're open really late. It's a great late night snack.
I get this like every week, so.
You got it after Halloween weekend. And we came back, from bar hopping, right? You guys went over there?
It's the best.
It's the best. It's not too expensive. And they have so many fun flavors. Now, the one question I got on Instagram was from an old pal, Gabby, who I used to do theater with, I think, growing up. So, hey girl, thanks for asking the question if you're watching this. She said, best and worst things about living together. I don't know what I'd say for worst. I don't think nothing, we haven't had any sort of conflict or anything come up. No, I don't know, nothing bad. And I feel like we each go out enough where we get the place to ourselves when we need it. And also we can just go into our rooms if we want alone time. So it doesn't feel, I would say nothing bad.
I think the best part is just having someone around. Like, I think, especially in today's day and age when people are working from home a lot, it can be isolating. So it's great to just have a friend around. But yeah, I agree. It's been smooth sailing.
We're very communicative. We're good about communicating. I think we think similarly in terms of keeping the place clean, and we're good about communicating if there's any problems, and doing our part to help keep the place running. And so really nothing bad so far. Of course, I've got to answer the question of how did we meet, because you guys haven't seen her in any of my videos before. This isn't somebody that I was with in high school and they were in my vlogs, right? So how did we meet? Of course,
well, we've known each other since 4th grade.
Yeah,
we went to 4th and 5th grade together. I don't remember a lot from 4th grade. I remember you, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I'm trying to think.
The highlights was the 4th grade play and things like that. But
dance class, we were just talking about dance class.
I remember us sitting in science class in those 4 tables where you had there were 2 people, right? And I remember we sat in but I don't, that's just vague. It's been a while. So we hadn't seen each other for probably 10 years.
Yeah.
And then you were in town last summer for an internship. And I was I saw Instagram that you posted a photo, you were in Chicago, and I was like, hey, don't know if you know I live here, but I would love to hang out because this is just a funny coincidence. And then we like got a bunch of meals and just were talking and stuff. You didn't know a ton of people here, so I think it was nice that we were able to hang out a bunch of times.
And I think we both were kind of like, oh, we're looking for a place to live next year. And it didn't really, I thought it was interesting too, like we are such good roommates. And we kind of just sprung the idea on each other and you know, didn't even like find each other like from a place of like, oh, this is the kind of roommate I want. It was just like, hey, we know each other, we're both looking for a place, and it ended up working out great. So
yeah, you kind of hinted at it. You were like, I don't know if this is stepping outside the boundaries. We're like walking around.
Oh, I do remember that.
Like, if you're looking for a roommate, like I'd be interested. And I got excited because I was kind of like thinking about people in college, and I was thinking, oh well, she's moving out of the city next year. She's not gonna be here. This person is probably living, like everyone that I could potentially, I feel like, room with really wasn't a viable option, or they didn't want to live downtown. They wanted to live in like different area of the city. And so yeah, it worked out really well because you guys know for the past 2 years I was living in a studio, and living alone was great. You know, got my independence. Like it was very good for me. But especially now that I do work from home all the time, it was really nice to get like a bigger place and have someone to live with. I think it was good for me. So yeah, I think it's great that it all worked out. It's just a small world, and it was very fun. Like I didn't know how it was going to be reconnecting. You know, like I remember like walking downtown, we were getting lunch, and I was just like, all right, we'll see how this is. And it was like
easy,
very easy to talk to each other. It was like no time had passed. And we weren't like besties in 4th grade or anything.
No,
but it was
knew each other.
Yeah,
it was
we knew each other.
Class,
but it was just it was really easy to talk to you. That's good vibes all the way through.
Yeah, exactly. And now, so we love this place, and it's just great luck, really.
Yeah, it was a little stressful finding, you know, apartment hunting is always stressful no matter where you're looking, especially in cities. But yeah, it all came together and early enough where it wasn't like we were down to the deadline of you know stuff. So we started pretty early this year, and yeah, luckily for us, it all worked out. And we really like this place. We had a fun housewarming party a few weekends ago, so it was fun to have some people over and complimenting on our decorations,
which we finally finished.
Yeah, I gotta give you guys an updated apartment tour. At this rate, it probably won't be till the new year, but I figure maybe I'll keep the Christmas decor up when we get back from the holidays, and I'll do it then. Because yeah, we got pretty much all the furniture, maybe add a few more, I don't know, wall decor, but other than that, like, the place is pretty livable. It's been very cozy too as it's been getting colder.
Yes.
Okay, this one's from Mara here. What's it like living in your first apartment and not at home or in a college dorm? Because she had to dorm all 4 years, where for me it was different.
Right, so I went to a pretty rural school, so I wasn't ever living off campus. I love it. I think this is part of the reason why I was so excited to have a roommate, was like, it's easier to make the transition from living in a dorm with a lot of other people. You know, I was living in my own room, but you're still surrounded by everyone every day, to living with a roommate versus like completely alone. I would say the hardest parts are probably cooking for myself, because I didn't have to do that at school. And then you never really realize how much like little things cost around the house, like cleaning supplies.
Toiletries though.
Toiletries.
Especially in a city, because they rack up the prices no matter where you go. So you go to CVS and you get like 4 things and it's like $50. Or Target too, like it adds up.
And then things like electricity and like that kind of stuff.
Utilities.
Yeah, it really like, it just is interesting to think about, and now I understand why my parents were always like, turn off the lights when you're not in the room. But no, I feel like it's been like a pretty good adjustment, in part because I've had someone here that knows what's going on and has lived in an apartment before. And I love it. So yeah, it's been good, and like coming to the city is amazing too, obviously.
Yeah, she's living for Chicago, so fun.
Yes, I love it here.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of fun so far. One of the questions I wrote down is I think like, what is your favorite thing you've done so far, to each of us, and then, you know, here, and what's one thing kind of on our Chicago bucket list? And obviously, you know, I've lived here for 4 years now, so I've done a lot. There's still stuff I haven't done. There's so much to do in the city. There's like a bird sanctuary up in Melrose Beach that I want to go to next year. There's like this great park to hike in up off the Brown Line. Like, I feel like I'm always finding things, especially on TikTok, like obscure things to do in the city. They have all these pop-ups as well. Still haven't been to a lot of the museums. I really want to go to the Natural History Museum, the planetarium, like stuff like that. I don't know why I haven't done yet. So that's kind of things on my bucket list.
What's your favorite thing you've done though?
I gotta say like all the concerts. I don't know. I mean, like Riot Fest, you know, that happens every year here. Like my favorite music festival, and I feel like I'm so lucky that it happens here. in my city, right? It's just so much fun every year. So that's probably kind of my favorite event that I've been to, that I go to every year. But what about for you?
Yeah. I've actually done a fair amount of things. I would say I really like the Botanical Gardens way up north.
Oh yeah.
So pretty. I love the art museums here. I went to the Field Museum. That was pretty cool.
See, I need to do that still. I think
it's fun. What else? I don't know. I feel like there's a lot that I'm like forgetting because I've been kind of coming to Chicago over the years.
Yeah, she has family here like me, which is really nice too.
I went to see the Sinfonietta, which was like really nice, the concert and stuff. Some things I do want to do. Definitely planetarium.
Yes.
I haven't been to the Shed Aquarium in many years.
We gotta do
We're gonna
pick a cold. I mean, it's getting cold, right? You pick a gross day and you go to the.
We went to the zoo, which I really liked. But I would say like planetarium, Shed Aquarium, and then I really want to go to the top of the Sears Tower because that's where my parents got engaged. So
cute.
Yeah, romantic. Yeah, but I've just been meaning to. I don't think maybe when I was little I've been there.
I don't think I have either. I've been at the top of the Hancock, but I don't think I've ever been at the Sears Tower. So
which we can still go to the top, right? Is that still a thing?
See, for the Hancock, it's weird. They've jacked up the prices. What I did is there was like a 94th floor bar, and you used to be able to just go up to the bar and like you could hang out there and enjoy the view as long as you bought an overpriced drink.
Yeah.
Which I did as like a kid. We all went with my grandparents. And I got like a $14 iced tea or something, But now it's like they have it. They're trying to like make it so you only have to go a certain way and you have to pay like $30 and do this extra thing. But I don't want to do the extra thing. I just want to go up to the bar. So I don't know. I got to do more research on that. The Sears Tower, I don't know what the deal is with that. So we'll have to figure it out and go. But I want to do it at some point because their views are slightly different and it's cool. You guys have any activities that you recommend to us, fellow Chicagoans? Let us know. I'll add it to my bucket list. Okay, these are some questions for me. Just, how is it living with a roommate again, and then how is it going from a studio to a 2-bed, which I might have mentioned a little bit. But it is so nice. I had a friend come over who hung out with me a lot in my old place because I could only ever have like one other person over. And he walked to my bedroom and he was like, "This is like the size of your entire old apartment." I'm like, "That's true." So it's just so nice like having space and also just having my own room, because even the last time I lived with a roommate sophomore year, we were both sharing a studio. It was a studio, but it was owned by the college, so it was still technically like you were on campus housing. And it was just weird living with someone and like not having literally any privacy. And she was away on the weekend, so that was my time to cry in bed. Like you couldn't go anywhere and like feel your emotions. Like it was just like we were in one room. You guys know from the videos, me and Natalie. And so I always thought like, I don't think I don't like living with people. I think that I just haven't had an experience living with people where it wasn't in like the same room, So I think it's really good that we obviously have like separating bedrooms and there's plenty of space. And so I think, because I'm an introvert at heart, but I still knew it was really good for me to now live with someone, because like I would go days without talking to anyone when I would like work from home or when it was COVID, and like all the classes were online. Like you just don't see anyone and it's not good. So I think it's nice to have someone to come home to, or most of have someone coming home to me because I'm, here working from home. So yeah, I think it's just great to have someone to talk to, like you said, have someone around. But I think it's really good that we do still have our own space, and I never feel like we're on top of each other and that like, we need more space. So it's been great to be able to decorate too and like have a place to have people over. I wasn't sure like, am I gonna like hosting a bunch of people, but I thought it was so fun having some people over here a few weeks ago, and I'm excited to have, more people over again, and just, it's great to have a place to entertain, because I couldn't do that in my old space. Especially when you have it with someone else, because we work together to like make it a home. We got a little Christmas tree, we got to like,
it's nice.
Put, all our own little touches on it. So
yeah, and especially I again came from a college dorm where I was living alone, but I've also lived in a dorm with 2 people, and it's great company. But I agree, like it's different when you have a roommate and you're living in separate bedrooms and you have that like common space. It's perfect. I think it's the perfect mix of both worlds.
Then you can choose to be together and hang out in the same space, or you can choose to like have your alone time, right? So it's a very good mix.
Also, I think this one is paneer.
Oh, is that that one? Yeah, with the chicken. Okay. Yeah, that does look like
that's paneer. That's chicken. Right, that looks different.
Okay, so then I'll just take this one.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense too, that they put all the veggie
together.
More veggie together. Yeah. I almost ate all the paneer. I was like, well, wait a second. I'll take a bite of this to make sure it's chicken, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay, here's a question that she came up with. I thought that was fun. If you had no budget, what's one thing you would invest in for the apartment? Well, you said an answer for me, which was the hue lights. Which I don't know if that's my answer, but I can't. That's definitely a good one. You guys know I've gotten very into like the Philips Hue bulbs. I got the funky one for the lamp in my room. We got one for our lamp out here. And in a perfect world, well, one day for my home, it's gonna be a totally smart light home, and it's gonna be great. But they're expensive, so I feel like it'd be really cool to get like a backlit thing for the TV, get one of the bridges so we can like connect to the music, and yeah, I mean, I could put a lot of money into that pretty easily, so that's probably my answer.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I came up with that question, I have no idea. I really want like a giant mirror in my room. But
yeah,
big like nice mirrors cost like hundreds of dollars.
I know, I've never had a mirror in my room either, like for like the mirror selfies.
Yeah. So like a big one in the corner is my dream. What else?
Expensive art on the walls.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yeah, so we just have a masterpiece when you walk in.
Or maybe like a bigger TV. Which TVs aren't even that expensive, and I did consider like maybe buying a bigger one. But it perfectly fits like the stand that I already have.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
We both are fine with it. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe like more stuff in the kitchen, but I don't even know what other gadgets we would use.
I want like a rice cooker.
Air fryer.
An air fryer. Those are the two things. Yeah, I actually debated putting it on my Christmas list, but I figured I'll wait a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to have. I'm still making microwave rice, and it's not great. So yeah, a rice cooker would be cool. I didn't really have room for a lot of appliances in my old place, as you guys know. So yeah, that would be cool to go crazy on some more kitchenware. Maybe like better knives. I mean, I'm slowly still getting into my cooking phase.
Yeah,
so.
no, same. I can't tell the difference, but.
No, me neither. And my chopping sucks either way, and that's on me, not on the knives. So how are you both navigating this new chapter of your life post-grad?
You go first.
Okay. I think overall it's been good so far. You know, I keep I'm on TikTok a lot and I'm seeing everybody have their mental breakdowns, and I get it, I do, and I just feel like a lot of my mental breakdowns was like during COVID, like that kind of isolation period, and now that obviously we graduated and you know, we were able to have like in-person graduations and everything, it's not as, you know, isolating. I think I've done a good job of making sure that even though I'm like working from home, that I'm seeing enough people, and having a roommate definitely helps with that. It forces me to, you know, talk to someone and stuff. But I would say overall it's been good. You know, the job, I'm enjoying it, and of course there's a learning curve for everything. So I think like I was talking to a lot of my friends, and we were all just like, well, we're 2 months in, 3 months in, and it's stressful, and we're training, and like, you know, we don't totally feel confident yet, and that's normal. So I think having people to fall back on that are going through the same thing is nice. I think overall it's been good. I definitely don't miss college. I don't miss school. Like, I definitely prefer the work life, and I have a good, I think, work-life balance, especially working from home. Especially have a lot more time to film videos and just like have time for my hobbies, like not having homework on the weekend, or having a Thanksgiving break and actually having a break and not being like, oh, there's a test the next Monday I have to study for. Like, that stuff's been really good for me. So I've definitely been able to like enjoy my hobbies more. So I'd say overall we're doing well so far. Not too many mental breakdowns. Things are going so, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, for me, honestly, Gwen is kind of like a role model because I love the like work-life balance you have, and I'm trying to cultivate more of that. So yeah, like really the big thing with going from school to work was to maintain sort of like the hobbies and the stuff that I did for myself every day in school, right? Like when your life changes like that, I think it's important to like keep doing what you do love to do. So for me, that's like I try to work out, and I've been trying to cook. It's hard, but you know, we're learning. Trying to find things to do around the city, and then I just recently started taking ballet lessons again because I was like, I want to, you know, meet people and also just like do something.
And I think that's inspiring. That makes me, I always said, oh, I'd get back into like local community theater when I, you know, graduate. Like that, she's inspiring me to want to look for like theaters since she found a ballet place that she likes. So.
Yeah, so it's just like interesting because, yeah, on one hand it's like there's work and that's such a change, but I think it's also important in like a new situation or even just like a new city is to find those things that you like still want to do that you already did. So yeah, I think it's been going well.
Okay, so here's our last question, guys. We've talked for a while. We won't bore you too much longer. Just kidding. What are you looking forward to in the new year? This is a cute little, you know, we're almost at the end of 2022. Kind of crazy what a year it's been. It's been a very, you know, year, right, for us.
Yeah.
Post-grad and everything. What are you looking forward to next year?
Just settling more into routines, I think. Making it super cozy here. You know, I'm not looking forward to the Chicago like January and February and March, but routines and trying new things as always. But yeah, I haven't really like made any lists or anything yet, so I'm still thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't know if I think I've done some resolutions in the past, but I don't know what it's going to be for next year. I think, like you said, like sticking with your routine is good because we had such a routine life with school.
Right.
And I think trying to keep that is important. So same for me, like, you know, working out. She's been really good with consistent with the gym. And I go through phases with it. And now that I can't really run outside because it's so cold, I don't love running on the treadmill as much. So, you know, trying to find the motivation to keep up with that. But yeah, I think just having a routine is important. And like, continuing to reach out to people. Like, a lot of my friends from college don't live here anymore, or it's just been harder to like see friends. And a lot of people are in that same boat. That's like a post-grad thing, right? So I think a New Year's resolution for me is just to make sure that I am reaching out to people enough, but also like not beating myself down if I can't see the people I want to see as much. Because it's a two-way street, you know, as long as I know I'm putting in the effort, I think that's important. So yeah. And we'll be sure to make more videos together, hopefully in the new year, you know. She showed up in a few of my vlogs, you know. I'm sure, you know, we're planning on living here for, obviously our lease is like, you know, goes through next August, and hopefully it'll be more than just 1 year here.
Right.
Because we put a lot of, not a ton of money into this place, but just, you know, like putting the decor together.
We
and
put
like,
a lot of work into it. We built everything with our own two hands.
We were about to build hard, you guys. Like, yeah, and also moving just sucks. Like, you guys know my moving vlog. Like, it's just stressful, and my mom was like, I hope we're not gonna have to move in a year again. Like, I hope, you know, because like she knows it's expensive and it's stressful. So hopefully we'll be here for a little bit. Well, alright guys, that's gonna conclude the end of our little mukbang of us eating our tacos and chatting. Always a fun time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to see any other mukbangs in the future, let me know, with me or with us again, or with me and someone else. I don't know. I'm just trying to explore, you know, new video topics. And this has been a trend for so long. I don't know why it took me this long. I think I just couldn't really film a good one in my old place. So here we are. But yeah, if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.